Just want to show a quick diagnostic trick to troubleshoot the fuel system on basically any gasser H panel. Me being an oscilloscope guy, this is a cool feature for me here. We're graphing the O2, so you go into left display and graph the O2, okay? Now, it's going to show a sine wave. It's not a high resolution, but you can see, if you were to make that a solid line, it's going from right to left. It's going basically all the way up and all the way down. That's the O2 sensor voltage. Anything above 450 millivolts is considered rich. Anything below 450 millivolts is considered lean. It's going, the resolution is basically 1 volt at the top to 0 at the bottom. Usually it'll go up between like 800-900 millivolts down to like 200 millivolts. And like I said, above half, above 450 to half a volt is rich. Below that is lean. That is control. That's the oxygen sensor, and the oxygen sensor sends that voltage out, and the way it controls the fuel mixture is it'll control vacuum to the regulator. It'll take engine vacuum and port it to the top of the regulator. When this T, which is open to atmosphere, it drops the fuel pressure and lets the regulator breathe freely. When it closes to atmosphere, it puts less than atmosphere to that valve and tugs on the regulator diaphragm, leaning it out. So if we, for example, unplug the regulator, the vacuum to the top, we should see we stay at the top here. We are in a rich condition. We are not applying vacuum to the regulator. Now, if I plug it back in, this hose, control. We got real lean for a while because we were rich for a while, but eventually we'll start coming back and oscillating. It may take a little longer, but it'll come back. So right now we're really lean, and now it's starting to pick up. Slowly picking up. There we go. Now we're back in to a closed loop, and we are driving rich lean. The reason it needs to go rich lean is so you get a complete burn of the fuel spectrum. Certain emissions will not burn under a lean condition, and that's also true under rich conditions. Other emissions will not be burned out. So it is doing it. When you see these going rich lean, that it means it's operating correctly. That's how you get a complete burn of the emission spectrum. So you ever want to know if your air fuel solenoid, the little blue valve on smaller units, some of them use different higher quality gas valves, heavier duty on the larger units, but it's the same principle from your car to your generator. Newer cars have different sensors, wideband O2s, and they're read a little different, but the premise is the same. So always look, make sure your O2 is going rich lean. That proves you got a good clear vacuum line going to the air fuel solenoid. It proves that you got a good fuel supply. It proves a lot of things on the fuel system.